Okay, so what we've got here is a 2012 Honda Odyssey that's already been modified with a power ramp, and the floor has been lowered by 10 inches. If we go inside, as the person in the wheelchair would, up this ramp, we see that there's no driver's seat at this point because this particular customer drives directly from his wheelchair, which he'll lock into the floor in this device right here. There's a pin mounted on the bottom of his chair, and he'll just pull in and lock right in. You'll also notice that there's a seat belt hanging from an armrest that's been fabricated in the center of the van. So his seat belt will be locked and he just drives right into it. Now you'll also notice over here a set of switches. There's no keys needed for this van. So to start it, you just push this green button right here.
Welcome to voice scan. All systems ready. Have a great day.
The ignition will turn on and you can start it. Now the beeping noise that we're hearing is from that wheelchair lockdown in the floor because there's nobody locked in. So at this point we can silence that. We can see the transmission functions right here. So if we apply the brake, it will allow us to shift the gears. Now we've also got other buttons over here that will control the vehicle's lights, parking lights, headlights, and then off. Release button for that wheelchair tie down. We can activate the electronic parking brake and also the four-way flashers. Now if we go over here to the steering wheel, you can see this particular client is a quadriplegic, so he's got limited use of his hands. He can fit his hand right in here, and this will allow him to steer. Now as for the gas and the brake, we've got this device right here in the middle of the car. If we push it forward, that'll give us brake. We pull it back, that'll give us gas. And you can see right here how it goes through the dash, because this client is so big that his knee actually touches this area of the dash, so there's no room for this rod, so it has to go through the dash to activate the gas and the brake. And you can see under here just how everything works. Now from his hand control, he's also got two switches that will activate a bunch of other functions through a product we call voice scan. Take a listen.
Left turn, right, wash, left window, right window.
And the other direction.
Horn, dim, who's set, who's on.
So it'll shout out commands, and when you get to the one that you want, you just click it again. Here's an example.
Horn.
That's how that works. He's also got what we call backup steering. The steering rack has been modified so it requires almost no effort at all to turn the steering wheel because he's weak. But also, if there would be a failure of the engine, or for some reason you lose the belt, your power steering fails, you can coast to the side of the road using your backup steering. There's an electric pump that pressurizes the power steering system, so you've still got effortless power steering. That system will also automatically kick on if it senses a loss of power steering function for some reason. There's also, as you notice, there's no shifter. It's been removed. There's actually an electric motor mounted up under the dash that the shifter cable goes to, and that's what that box on the door controls. And the parking brake's actually mounted under the van in this area right here, the floor. That's also electronic. So that's basically it for this van, and without us, you'd be stuck at home in your wheelchair. We open the world to everyone.